everybody, welcome to my channel. I needed to make a gift box for a set I was making this week. So I went on YouTube and I had to look at different videos and took some inspiration from them. And then I went away and I had to play myself. And this is what I've come up with. It's a really cute little box. It's very easy to make and it doesn't use too many supplies. And it actually looks quite professional. There's the inside of the box. Now you could easily put some dividers in here, so you could store multiple things in there. You could either use it as a gift box and put chocolates or something in it like I'm going to do, or you could, as I say, put dividers in it and use it to store your craft materials or small knickknacks, things you don't want to get lost. You could really do anything with these boxes, so I'm going to show you how to make this. So all you're going to need for this is a scoreboard, some scissors, some wet glue, some double-sided tape, potentially some red liner tape, but you might be able to get around that with some thinner double-sided tape. And then you're going to need some papers. Now the great thing about this card, this box, is it's really good for using up paper pads. So if you've got a paper pad and you've got a few designs that you weren't really sure what to do with, and they're not really something you're going to put on a card or they're too big, you could turn them into a gift box. So my tutorial uses double-sided pads, and because I did the spring box already, I'm actually going to do a Christmas box today. So the pad I'm using is It's Gnome Time. This is by House Couple Ditch and Craft Consortium. I absolutely love this pad. The papers are just stunning, and I actually did a reveal video when I got this in the post. It was one of my first videos, so I'm afraid I was still getting to grips with camera angles and stuff. Still not there, but this one's slightly better. So the papers I'm going to be using today, this one is going to be the base of my box. I really love the little berries and holly. And then the lid of my box is actually going to be this one, because it's just beautiful. Now I don't think you can see on the camera is that it's actually got a finish to this, and it's quite shiny, so it's been coated with something, I'm not sure what, but it's really beautiful. And then the inside of the lid will just be this green, and the inside of the box is just going to be stripes, but you could easily put tissue paper or something inside to pad it out. So that's the papers I'm going to be using. So you will need, for this tutorial, one piece of 12 by 12 card and one piece of card that is 7 5/8 by 7 5/8, because that's going to be your lid. So I'll tell you the scoring for that one when we get to it. I've already scored this for quickness, and also because when I was trying to score it in film, I kept kicking the tripod that my phone is on, and it really wasn't going well. So I just thought I'd score it and then tell you the score lines. So for this box, you need to score at 1 7/8 of an inch, 3 3/4 of an inch, 8 1/4 of an inch, and 10 1/8 of an inch. And you do that across this side, and then you're going to turn it and you're going to do exactly the same score lines across the next side, so you end up with a grid. Okay, so then you want to get a bone folder or the equivalent, and you want to start folding your lines, folding your score lines and burnishing them. So that's what I'm going to do now. It is quite quick and easy to do this, but when I made it before, I wasn't trying to work around a tripod, so if it keeps going a bit wobbly, then I apologise, because I'm probably smacking into the tripod as I'm working, because I can't actually sit down and film from above, which is another reason at the moment I'm not scoring on camera, because you wouldn't see what I'm doing clearly enough, and when I do things I like it to be right, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, so if you can't see what I'm doing, there's no point doing it. Okay, so that is all folded, scored, burnished. So now what you want to do, in each corner you have like a square that goes 2 up and 2 across. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut up this one here, up the first score line, and you're going to go up. So you're going to go 2 up, and then you're going to do the same on the next one across. Oh, I don't think I've got that last one on film, sorry. So you're going to go up past the first score line to the second score line. So I've cut part of that square, you see, and now I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to try and cut off this little bit here, and I try to not get any score lines left on my card, just because I don't like it. I don't think it looks nice, but you don't have to do it like that. You can just cut along the score line, and then you're going to cut off 1 square from what's left. Cut along there. Okay, so we started off, I'll show you again, see if I can get it on camera this time. We started off with 4, and we've gone up this line, then we've cut that bit out, and we've cut the bottom bit off there. So that's what we're left with, and we're going to do the same in each corner. So I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so I have now finished doing those cut lines, and this is what I have left. So you can see it's starting to start like it could turn into a box. Now with these bits that we cut off, I don't throw these away, because these would be very easy to reuse again. So if I did a tri-shutter card, I could easily use these bits as a mat or a layer. So I'm going to keep these to one side, and I will use those again another day. Now the next thing I am going to do is I'm going to go around, and I'm just going to cut small slithers off the edges of these squares. So I'll show you what I mean, and it's just going to help when I'm folding. I actually got this tip from one of my favourite people that does YouTube videos. She's way better than I could ever hope to be. She's called Sam Clayton, and she is amazing, but she has this thing where she will just trim ever so slightly. This is quite new to me, so I don't do it brilliantly well, but she just takes a tiny bit off here, and it helps with folding it up. See, literally the minutest amount, and I'll go off there as well if I can, and I'm going to be really careful not to cut into the base of my card. So I'm going to come up here. Okay, so I'll be back when I've done all the rest, because I'm going to go around and do all the little squares, and I'm also going to take slithers off all the big chunks as well. So I will be back shortly. Okay, so I've done all that. It is worth mentioning really quickly, when you are doing the small slithers on a panel where there's still 2 squares, I only went up to the first score line. So I literally just went like that on each side. I didn't go all the way up. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is put some tape on this so we can start sticking it together. So at this point, when you're using the double-sided card, you need to decide which side is going to be which. So I'm going to use this as the outside of my box. So it's going to all fold up like so. So for now, I'm going to leave it pattern side up for which side's going to be my base, what everyone's going to see. And I'm just going to grab some double-sided tape, and I'm only doing these tabs for now, the single ones, and I'm just going to put double-sided tape on those. I've got quite thick double-sided tape, but I'm still going to put 2 bits on. Oops. Like so. So I'm going to go around and do all those squares, and I'll be back when I've done that. Okay, so now each of the single squares has double-sided tape. So before I start peeling anything off, I'm just going to flip this over, because now I need to do the longer ones, because these are going to be what folds down, and it's easier to do this while it's all still flat. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm literally just going to put a run of the double-sided tape along near the top edge, and that's all I'm going to do. So I'm going to go and do the other 3, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so I've now put double-sided tape across all the long oblong ones, and I'm going to start putting this box together now. So I'm going to flip this back over, and I'm going to take the tape off of these little ones. And as I do that, I'm going to start folding it up. So you want to make sure that as you close it, you get a really nice seal line on the corner. Don't know if I actually managed to get that in shot, because I was trying to see what I was doing. But you can see there's a really good join there that you can't really see. Ooh. So that is what we're aiming for. So let's do it again, and I'll see if I can actually manage to catch it on film this time. Sorry, it's very late, and I'm very tired, but I had to wait for the baby to go to sleep before I could even think about doing this. So I'm gonna close it in and make sure you see that join. You can barely see it. Just give it a squeeze, and then I'm just going to put that down hard onto something hard and press down to make sure the tape has stuck. So I probably go overkill with my tape, but I do want to make sure my boxes stay together. So let's do this one. Would be nothing worse than giving someone a box and then having it fall apart. So I am going to go overkill on my tape, but it's not expensive tape. Okay, so again, make sure it all matches up before you stick it down. Put it on your surface, push down, and the last one, if you can get it off. I should put my pokey tool in really to help me get these off, but they are coming, so it's fine. I think I stuck that down a bit too well. There we go. Right, so going inside, let's keep that out. Then inside, make sure join is nice and flush. Put it down, press down, Okay, so you've got the base of your box there, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tape off the long ones and fold each of them in on themselves and press down. So you could go in with your bone folder or something if you wanted, but I just find, for me, pressing with my fingers works better. But see, that's the look you now are starting to get, and these are nicely nice and strong, so it's almost like they've reinforced themselves by doubling over, which is quite good. I still wouldn't put anything really heavy in them, if I'm going to be honest, but they'll do for chocolates or, I don't know, little bath crystals or something. So that's that one. I'll do this one. I can get the tape off. Oh, it's all sticking. There we go. Just fold it in itself again, press it down, and the last one. Fold that over, smooth it down. And how effective does that look? Because you've got the green with the background and the holly and the berries, and then you've just got the green bottom. And look how cute that is. Who wouldn't want to receive that on Christmas Day under the tree? Or even you could give it to a kid in their stocking. How cute is that? Okay, so now we're going to crack on and we're going to do the lid. Okay, so for the lid, I've got this nice red with the sheen that's possibly showing up now. I've got a smaller piece of the card, and on the back it's the green, but I didn't want a completely green box, and I really think this does scream Christmas, and it says chocolates to me, so you never know, someone might get this filled with some nice yummy chocolates. So this piece of card starts out at 7 5/8 by 7 5/8, and then this is going to be the same process as we've just done for the base, but on a smaller scale. So this one you score at 3/4 inch, 1.5 inch, 6 1/8, and 6 7/8 inch, and then you're gonna turn it and do it again, so that you end up with a nice scored out base. And then what we're gonna do is, again, we are going to fold and burnish our score lines. So do that really quickly now. But this is the one you might potentially want the red liner tape for, because as you can see, that's really, I don't know if you can see, it's quite a thin one, and my tape that I was using on the base box, for example, is going to be too thick for that. So I am going to have to use my red liner tape for the lid. But if you've got a thinner double-sided tape, you'll probably be alright. But I do like red liner tape, so I do find it's really strong and I love it, so I use it quite a lot, to be fair. Right, okay, so I've done all those. So now we are going to do the cutting out of the square again. So your squares are smaller, but they're still there. So we're going to go up 2 little squares, and we're going to go up 2 little squares here, and then we're going to cut off that whole one there, and then we're going to cut off that one on the bottom. And then I think I'm actually going to do the slithers again, but I'm going to do them as I do the rest of it, just to save time. Now, these tiny little squares I wouldn't use again, so I'm just going to bin them as I go. Okay, so I'm going to go round, I'm going to cut out all the squares, I'm going to do the slithers off the edges, and I will be back shortly for you. Okay, so I've gone round, I've cut out all my squares, I've done my little slithers off of the edges. So now I'm ready to start putting the lid together. So again, I'm going to start on the bit that you will see as the lid, and I'm going to put my red liner tape just on the little squares all the way around. So I'll see if I can do that now really quickly. Okay, so only need a tiny little bit on each one. These are my tape scissors, because I don't mind these getting all gluey, but you can see they're actually ready for a clean. They're not cutting brilliantly. So I'm going to go around, I'm going to put the red liner tape on all of these, then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to put the liner tape along the first, because some of these are double, the first one of all the long ones, and then I'll be back to you. So I will see you very soon. Okay, so I have now stuck the tape on all the little squares and all the long ones on the other side. I have removed the backing of the tape, so the release paper on this side, just for quickness. So now we need to put this together, and it's going to be exactly the same as the base was. So as you fold it in, you want to make sure that your join matches up as perfectly and as flushly, is that a word? It is now, as you can. You see, so that's nice and flush, no gaps, it's beautiful. We'll do the same over here, and then line it up as we close it up. There we go, it's nice and flush. And I'm just squeezing with my finger as I do these, because it's a bit smaller. I don't really feel I particularly need to go in and press. I probably will, but for now I'm just squeezing. So I'll do this one, just get a nice join. Okay, that's not gone to plan. See if we can get that apart again quick. So that I wasn't happy with how that joined, so I just want to try and do that again. There we go, that's better. It's quite hard to film and do this and see what you're doing and get it all in shot. You're kind of trying to look at your camera and look at your project that you're actually working on and do it all at the same time. It's quite challenging. Okay, so nice and flush and squeeze. Okay, so they are all now stuck. So I'm just going to go around, get an extra little push just to make sure. Right, so now I've got to do the insides. So again, these are going to reinforce themselves when they fold over. Right, okay, what I didn't realise was my phone had stopped recording. So I've already done this one, but we'll do these together. So I've taken the tapes off, and we're just going to fold all of these over, give them a good squeeze as we go. You can see how thin these are, which is why my thicker double-sided tape wouldn't have been any good for these. I have to use my red liner tape. I should probably get some thinner tapes, but I do really like red liner tape. I find it holds things really well. It's really nice and strong. Okay, so that's the inside of your lid. Is it showing up the sheen? But it's so cute. Look at that. I see that and I just think hot chocolates and marshmallows and all those nice Christmassy things, and I can smell cinnamons and all the Christmassy smells. It's gorgeous, gorgeous paper. You can see the sheen. How gorgeous is that? So that's your lid. So let's just grab our box back, and that just sits on there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? And then you could easily put a topper on here, or stamp a sentiment, put a tag on it, ribbon, all sorts of things you could do to take this another level. But because I don't know who it's for or what I'm going to put in it at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like this. But I think it's absolutely stunning, and I'm looking forward to using that at Christmas already, and then maybe telling whoever it is I give it to, I made that, because I'm really proud. I'm really proud of how this has come out. I'm really proud of how my other one came out. Where's it gone? I mean, look how gorgeous they are. Don't really go together, but they're not supposed to. But yeah, really happy with those. I hope the videos made sense. I am still learning about YouTube and filming and lighting and all that kind of stuff, so thank you for bearing with me. Didn't actually need the glue in the end. I can't remember why I thought I needed that, but there you go. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to be notified whenever I upload things, if you touch on the bell, and that will notify you. And I would absolutely love it if you subscribe. There'll be more videos coming soon. I've got another fun fold coming up, and there will be a small haul video coming up as well. So thanks very much for watching today, and we'll see you soon. Bye!